Michael Lam holds a Bachelor of Accountancy from National University of Singapore and a Master of Commerce from the University of New South Wales, Sydney. For the last 18 years, Michael has been training management programs both in Singapore and in the region. He is an associate trainer with Nanyang Technology University and Institute of Singapore Chartered Accountants. Michael is an associate faculty instructor with SIM University. Michael is a certified trainer with American Board of NLP and American Management Association. He is also a coach with International Coaching Federation, MGH hypnotherapist, and a laughter yoga instructor. A wordsmith in his spare time, Michael is the best-selling author of I Once Wore Diapers, Who Broke My Rice Bowl, and From Beggars to Millionaires. In recognition of his selfless social contribution for his free workshops amongst midlife retrenched workers, he was awarded ABC True Hero, a social enterprise award pioneered by ABC Scout. Today, he is speaking on how to be creative using hope. Let us put our hands together to welcome Michael Lam.
Okay, thank you, Doreen. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this afternoon I'm going to do a talk that's on 30 minutes on how to be creative. And in this talk, I will define what is creativity. Okay, what does creativity mean? What does creativity involve? And I will explain to you why you did not need to be an expert to be creative. And I'll tell you also why some experts are wrong. Your background is not important. And I'll share with you what are the background of some creative people and the background of some creative invention. And the major part of my speech is that I will show you how to be creative using a formula called HOPE, H-O-P-E. H is for habits, break your habits. O is for observation, observe with a sense of sight. P is phrases, use growth phrases instead of killer phrases. And last but not least, H-O-P-E, E is for environment. Change your environment to be a creative environment. Okay. Now, what is creativity? See, many people has different ideas of creativity. And normally people define creativity as inventing something new, inventing something original, inventing something innovative. Now, that is not a very good definition of creativity. A good definition of creativity, which I use, is from Walt Disney. And creativity, according to Walt Disney, is inventing of the new and reinventing of the old. So we can see it is not so difficult. 50% is inventing new things, and 50% is reinventing old things. Now, another way of doing creativity is this. Another definition of creativity using example is this. You take an iron bar, and the iron bar only costs you $5. Now, with this iron bar, you can beat it into a horseshoe, and you can sell the horseshoe for $10.20. Now, with the same iron bar, you can beat it and manufacture needles. And when you manufacture needle, the price will jump up to $3,200. Now, with the same iron bar, you can beat it and manufacture watch springs, which Switzerland does. And the price will balloon up to $250,000. So this is creativity. From the same iron bar, you can make into horseshoe, you can make into needles, and you can make into watch springs. So these are the 3 different levels of creativity. Now, I'm sure many of us are very worried about creativity, how we can be creative. Now, you did not need to be an expert to be creative, okay? Because many items are invented by people who are not experts. Now, take for example the inventor of aeroplane. The Wright brothers who invented aeroplane are not aeronautical engineers. They are just bike mechanics. They love bicycles so much that they involved the bicycle, the mechanics, and finally they invented the airplane. Now, Coke was not invented by a nutritionist. It was actually a medical drink invented by a chemist. Okay? And here we have McDonald's. Okay? McDonald's was only started when the man is 50 years old. He had been selling paper cup for the last 17 years. He was beating down the streets in the cold morning of winter. And for 17 years, after that, he started the food chain McDonald's. So there is no need to be an expert in this. Thomas Edison himself failed many times. He failed so many times in inventing a light bulb. When journalists asked him how many times he had failed, and he replied, I have discovered 1,000 ways of how not to make a light bulb. So he reversed his failure into learning lessons, which eventually he invented the light bulb. Now, do not trust the experts so much. Experts can be wrong too. Now, take for example, when the Beatles came out and they sing beautiful song, Decca Records says groups with guitar are on the way out. And they were very wrong. Warner Brothers say, who want to listen to actors talking? And those were the days of silent movie. They do not believe that actors should talk in a movie. And they were wrong again. And you have the patent office in the US. In the patent office in the US, the commissioner of patent recommend that the patent office should be closed down. Why? Because he says everything that's invented has already been invented. So there's no need for the patent office. Okay. Now, your background is not important. So many of us are very concerned, we don't have enough education, we do not have enough experience, we do not have enough technology. Okay. The Kodak film was invented by a bank clerk. Okay, and the ball pen was invented by a sculptor. So the background is not important. Now, with that introduction, I will show you how to be creative. Okay, and I would use the acronym HOPE. Okay, HOPE, H-O-P-E, and I will show you how to be creative. Okay. H stands for habits. Okay. O stands for observation. P stands for phrases. Okay. And E stands for environment. Okay. And with that, 4 principles, you can be creative. Okay. Now, let's take habit firstly. Now, old habit die hard, you heard the proverb. And habits are the worst to restrict our creativity, to destroy our creativity, and to kill our creativity. Okay. We are all creatures of habit. So, destroy your habits, change your habits. Okay, now one very good way of changing your habit is change what you do. Okay, now afterward, when the class finish, do not go home. Okay, do not go home. Okay. If you take a bus home eventually, take the train home. And when you take the train home, regularly take the bus home. Okay? Now, when you take the bus home often, do not drop at the same bus stop. Drop 2 bus stops before, so you can exercise also. Okay? And you can drop 2 bus stops afterward and walk home. Okay? Now, you can change your style of living. Okay? Take, for example, the watch you wear. Okay? I want all of you to take out your watch, okay, and put it on the other hand. Okay? Okay? Take out your watch, don't wear a watch at all, or put it on the other hand. Okay? You will find that by doing this, you change your brain circuitry. You force your brain to change the way of thinking. Okay? And you will think differently. Okay, for men who comb your hair from left to right, tomorrow you can change from right to left. Or in fact, tonight you can change from right to left. Okay? If you every time wear jeans, don't wear jeans. Who do not wear jeans here? Who do not wear jeans? My daughter do not wear jeans, so wear jeans. Buy a pair of jeans from Shenzhen, $15. Yes, yes. Okay, wear. Okay, so for ladies who do not like pants, you wear skirt, wear skirt. Okay, so change around. If you do not wear t-shirt, or wear t-shirt. Okay. Tonight, see a movie of a different language. Turn to a different TV channel. Read a different magazine. Okay? When you have dinner, go and order a dish which you have not eaten before. Okay? Order a dish which you hate. Yeah, so if you do not like noodles, okay, order noodles. If you do not like coffee, drink coffee. Okay? Change the time you sleep. Okay? If you sleep at 11 o'clock every night, change it. Okay? What time do you all sleep? 10 o'clock? 11 o'clock. Okay, so what you do tonight, sleep 12 o'clock. Okay, or sleep 10 o'clock. Okay, and what time do you wake up? 7. Change, tomorrow you got no class, you can sleep 8, 9 o'clock. Yes, yeah, change all the way. Now tonight you can change your sleeping pattern. Instead of sleeping this way, you change the other way. Okay, sleep upside down. Okay, so if you change your habit, it is good for you. You will find that you can be able to be more flexible in your thinking. Change your shirt, change your hairstyle, change the weight, change your shoe, change the way you walk, change the food you eat. Talk to your enemies. Okay? Talk to people whom you dare not talk. Talk to people you have not spoken before. So all these will help you to think. Now, even when you read, okay, you read this way, you can turn it upside down to read. Yes, turn upside down to read. Yes. When you watch TV, try to do your exercises by beating your thigh and rubbing your thigh. Okay? So change all this. Okay? So one good way of breaking a habit is to draw. If you hate to draw, you draw. Okay? You force yourself to draw. So every time you draw with the left hand, you draw with the right hand. And every time you draw with the right hand, you change your hand. Change your hand. Okay? Change all the patterns you have. Okay? If you take a lift every day, do not take a lift. Okay? If you live on the 10th floor, take a lift to the 9th floor and walk up 1 floor. Okay? So by doing all this, you change your brain circuit. And in so doing, you will make your brain more flexible. Okay? You see, right now, your brain is very tight. Okay, very tight. So by doing all these exercises, breaking a habit, you make your brain more flexible, more malleable. And that is the first key to creative thinking. You become more open, more flexible, more open to ideas, more accepting to different opinions. Okay, so can I get your assurance to change your habit? Yes or no? Yes, good. Okay. Now, the second principle of hope is O. Okay, O stands for observation. Now, Leonardo da Vinci say, of all our 5 senses, vision is the most important. Okay, vision is the most important key to creativity. Now, Walt Disney, when he was a small boy, he was walking in the park. He was walking in the forest. And as he was walking, he was observing the insects and the flowers and the bees, and the butterfly. And through observation, he say, how nice, if the flower can smile at me. How nice if the butterfly can talk to me. How nice if I can talk to the bees. Now, by his observation, he invented Disney Park, Disney World. Okay? So the power of observation is the single most important of all the 5 senses. Okay? And you can have other examples of creativity too. Arthur Fry, one night, was rehearsing in the church choir. Okay. Now in America, the church choir practice was in the open. And when he was singing, the wind blew the hymn sheet, and he got irritated because he could not sing the hymn on that particular pitch he want. So he was thinking, how can I keep the hymn pages in the same place? Now then he was thinking, he had a glue in the office, and that glue can keep the hymn in the same place. So he went to the office and he adjusted the glue. And after adjusting the glue, he find that this glue is good for paper. You can stick on paper. Okay, and that's how 3M Post-it pad was invented. Now, why is Post-it pad yellow in color? Why is it yellow in color? Because when he invented the glue in the office, he couldn't find any paper. So he went to the nearest department to get the paper. And the only paper they have is yellow color. And that's how this Post-it pad was invented. Now there is another engineer from Post-it factory, which is a 3M office. Now this 3M engineer, he discarded his industrial adhesive at home. And the daughter took it and played with the hair, and he found that actually the hair kept in shape. And that's how your hairspray is invented. Yes, it's invented. Now Bill Boberman one day need to go out on a function. So he ironed his shirt and trousers. Now this is the first time he ironed his shirt and trousers. And as he ironed his shirt and trousers, it get burned. Because he did not know how long to stay. Now when that iron burned his trousers, he got irritated. And he flipped over the iron and he see the iron got a pattern. Okay? And that pattern is the pattern he used for his Nike shoes. That's how Nike shoe pattern was originated, from the iron base. Okay? So you see, from accident, from mistake, from observation, you get new ideas, creative ideas. So afterward, when the class finish, when you walk around, observe. Observe people in the shopping center, observe people walking in the street, observe what people do in the train. Okay? Observe what people wear, observe what people eat, observe what people do. Okay, now you will have new creative ideas. Okay? Now then we have P. P is for phrases. How to say phrase. Now we have 2 types of phrase. One phrase is the killer phrase. And the other, second type of key is growth phrase. Now killer phrase is phrases that kill creativity. They are the death sentence that kill creativity. Death sentence and killer phrases include, we have done it before, don't try it. I tried this last year, my boss scolded me. These one ideas are a dime a dozen. Don't try it. People will laugh at you. This is not the way we do things in this office here. Your ideas will rock the boat. So do not use these killer phrases. When you use these killer phrases, you are actually killing the idea. Now, instead of killer phrases, use good phrases. And the good phrases are growth phrases, nutrient phrases. Things like, can we do it another way? What are the other alternatives? Okay, is there something we miss out? Okay, let me think about it. Okay, is there another way of proposing? Is there another way we can do it better? Is there something we can incorporate in it? Okay, so these are growth phrases. Growth phrases are very, very encouraging. You know, it encourages people, it motivates people, it inspires people, and people will feel charged up, you know, to continue the idea. And finally, we have the E for hope environment. Okay, hope, the final word is E, and E is for environment. So one easy way of getting creative is change your environment. So from today onwards, mix with positive people. Okay, mix with people who go to classes. Okay, mix with people who encourage you, who inspire you. You know, do not be like the Mexican crab. You know how Mexican crab operate? When they catch Mexican crab in a cage, the first crab will try to climb up. Okay, and the subsequent crab below will pull the crab down. Okay, so do not mix with negative people. Do not mix with toxic people. Do not mix with people who will run you down. Do not mix with people who every time ridicule you, every time disturb you, every time discourage you. Okay, these are what we call toxic people. Do not live in an environment of toxicity. Instead, live in an environment of encouragement, mix with positive people. Now, you can also do your physical environment as well. Okay. So, brighten up your room, put flowers, put phrases, you know, have a cup of coffee, you know, so change your environment. Now, if you cannot operate at home, what you can do is that you can go to the cafe, you can go to the library. Now, if the coffee smell encouraging you, with the aroma of coffee helping you, you can be creative. Now, I quote to you some of the people who have changed their environment. Wolfgang Mozart, the 18th century Austrian composer, he must exercise before he composed music. Okay, so the environment of exercise gave him the inspiration. Pablo Picasso, the 20th century Spanish painter, must paint when somebody is in the room. When nobody in the room, he will not paint. Okay? And Archimedes, the Greek mathematician, as you know, he liked to take hot water bath in the bathtub. And when he bathed in the hot water bath, he actually solved a lot of problems. That's how I brush my teeth, to get ideas. I follow him. Okay. Now, so in the last 30 minutes, what I've done is that I have shown you how you can define creativity. Okay, you did not need to be an expert, okay, to be creative. In fact, some experts are wrong. Okay, and your background is not important. If you have a different background, better still. Okay, it gives you inspiration, it adds diversity to your ideas. And I hope you can follow the HOPE principle of creativity. H is for habits. Yeah, so you must break your habits. O is for observation. Yeah, so open up your eyes, and observe, see what people do, how things happen. And P is for phrases. So use killer phrase or growth phrase. Yeah, so use growth phrase. And E is for environment. Yeah, so in summary, break your habits. Okay, observe with a sharp eye. Use growth phrases instead of killer phrases, and change your environment to a positive one. Okay, with that, I thank you very much and wish you all the best. Okay, thanks.